In this presentation, we're going to be learning how to write the equation of a line given a set of information. Let's say that we want to write the equation of a line with a slope of -3 that passes through the point 4, 2. As soon as we see that the slope is something other than 0 and that there is a slope, we know that this is an oblique line. So that's going to take us to the equation y equals mx plus b, where m is my slope and b is my y-intercept, and x and y are any x and y from the coordinate plane that fits on that line. So I know that the slope of the line is -3, so right away I can fill in -3 into the m of this equation. So now I have y equals -3x plus b, but I still need to figure out my y-intercept. I need to find my b value. In order to find my b value, I'm going to take 4 and 2 and substitute them into the equation, since I know that they are on this line. So 2 is my y, 4 is my x. So 2 is going to be plugged in for my y, 4 is going to be plugged in for my x, and I'm solving for b. With some simple algebra, we determine that the y-intercept is 14, and we can write our final equation as y equals -3x plus 14. So there's my final equation. Now let's suppose we'd like to write the equation of a line that passes through 2 points 4, 2 and 5, 7. Unlike the last problem, this time I'm not given the slope of my line, but using the slope formula I can very easily find it. I'm just going to label my x and y coordinates as x1, y1 and x2, y2. And I'm going to start by finding my slope. So I'll do 7 minus 2 all over 5 minus 4. 7 minus 2 gives me +5 over +1. So again, I know I have a slope that is not 0 and does exist. So I know that I can write my equation using the oblique model, y equals mx plus b. And the 5 is going to go in for my slope. And again, I still need to solve for my y-intercept value. So I'm going to do something very similar to what I did in the last problem. I'm going to plug in one of my points for x and y. Now it doesn't really matter which point I choose, they should both give me the same value, as long as I plug in the x and y from the same point. So I'm going to choose my first point. Since the numbers are smaller, that's the only reason I would do it. I'll plug in 2 for my y, 4 for my x. Again, with some simple algebra, I solve for b. So I discover that my y-intercept is -18. By the way, just in case you were curious, let's try that exact same problem, but let's choose the other point. Suppose I had 7 for my y and 5 for my x. 7 equals 30, that's a 25 plus b. So -18 is b. So we see, looking at either point plugged in for x or y, my equation is y equals 5x minus 18. That's the final equation of my line. Please understand, you don't have to show the b value using both points. One point is certainly enough. I was just trying to show you that it doesn't matter which point you choose.